All right, so rock dust is become in vogue, and for good reason. Quite simply, rock dust is just finely powdered rock. So it's not necessarily all that descriptive on its own. So understand you need to look into where that's coming from. So not all rock dusts are created equal. Limestone generally is just a rock dust, and so matching your application to what kind of rock dust is important. So if you need to change your calcium, magnesium in the soil, for instance, you have acidic soil and you need calcium, then finding limestone rock dust is probably your best bet. If you want a general, basically biological stimulant, plant growth stimulant, soil rejuvenation treatment, a paramagnetic rock dust, so like a basalt rock dust, and there's some others as well, but basalt's by far the best. It spurs biological activity. When there's a magnetic field applied, it basically can take on that magnetic charge. So it's not a magnetic material and it's not a non-magnetic material. It's kind of in between. And for whatever reason, paramagnetism is strongly associated with biological function, plant response, etc. Mark printed out a half dozen from Arden Anderson's book about what paramagnetism is, and he does a much better job explaining it than me. Potentially more technically accurate. If I remember correctly, it's pretty readable and understandable though too.
It's not bad.
But basically, what you need to know for a home gardener, especially, is basalt rock dust good because it has paramagnetism, which is this magical force which makes plants grow better.
Huh.
Basically, how it works. There's minerals in there. Michael will work on the minerals. As I mentioned earlier, diversity really is key to everything, and so having a diverse array of mineral compounds in your soil means that there tends to be a more diverse range of microbes that like to chew on them, basically. So, as Phil Callahan said, though, also, that doesn't matter. I mean, you want a diversity of sizes of particles as well, because it's actually the shape of the particle can influence the paramagnetism. So having diversity of sizes is beneficial. You just don't want a really sandy material. You want some fine powders, some larger stuff, but yeah. So oftentimes your quarries will have it, they call it float, because paradoxically it sinks to the bottom of their settling ponds. Or oftentimes they'll have dust collection units, and they'll empty them out occasionally, and that's where it'll come from. But it's the super fine powdered stuff that they can't sell as road material because it's so finely powdered it blows away. Rock dust, the mineral composition of rock dusts is, even the best basalts is going to be tiny, like parts per million on everything. It's basically silicon, aluminosilicates, and it's rock. It's not even minerals. So there's very little calcium, there's very little magnesium, there's very little potassium. There's some, but on the grand scheme of things, you're not getting much.
So you're saying it has
benefit.
nothing to do with the mineral balancing?
Really has nothing to do with mineral balancing, right?
It has everything to do with what?
Biological stimulation based on the diversity of minerals and the paramagnetic force of the rock itself.